See, that's the sound of this. The sound of that word that's highlighted in blue is al. This little letter here, I don't know if I can do it. It looks like a Y, a backwards Y. Think of the bottom of it as your tongue hanging out. You have to widen your mouth. It's an ah. Okay. But you don't make a sound with it. The sound is governed by the vowel point below. But your mouth is kind of open wide as if you were going to go ah. All right. Al. Key. And that's our friendly key. It means because. And now it gets into some sound play. Okay? I'm going to read it to you first before I tell you what it means. No, nor, nor. And then this character here means put your tongue up against the upper roof of your mouth. That's really what it means. Okay? It's called Aleph, but it doesn't have a sound. It's a picture of what you have to do with your tongue. Okay? Nor, nora. And then you have to stop for a second with your tongue at the back of your mouth. Ot. Nora ot. Nor ot. Nora ot. Nora ot. Okay? And then here's our famous word. Nifleti. Nifliti. Nifleti. Okay, so we got Nora ot. Nora ot. Nifliti, Niflaim. Just get the sound for right now because he's making sound play. Niflaim, Maseka. See, there's a cadence to it. Can you hear it? Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Da 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 da. Let's do it again. Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Da pa 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 pa. Ba, 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 ba. You got it? So it's in threes. Trinity, of course. Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Now you can just hear people probably marching, to wherever God was setting them to battle, going Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Hear that? You see how important that is? Now, think about the sounds. No. You have to breathe to do that. Noraot. Nifliti. Fa. Nif. Niflaim. Nifla. Maseka. Get the sound. Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Got it? Now what are you doing? You're breathing and you're marching, aren't you? Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Noraot, Nifliti, Niflaim, Maseka. Perfect for marching. And it's got that, really jazzy cadence to it. Okay, if you're marching, what are you doing? You're moving. You're alive. You're above ground. Now let's find out what the words mean. Noraot. Literally, it means, and this is really important, fearings, something to be afraid of. But it doesn't mean here, and the Greek has a similar word, which I'll explain. It doesn't mean that he's talking about being afraid. He's talking about awesomeness. Okay? Noraot means awesomenesses. All right, especially in the participle. It has an adjectival kind of meaning. Noraot, awesomenesses. Think of it that way. Awesomenesses, awestrucknesses, awestruck, awesomeness is, and it's in the feminine plural, honey. So it's not talking about his body. First of all, the word for body isn't feminine, and it's not even in the verse, and it's plural. Okay, so the rules demand that when you see something like this, you have to look in the rest of the verse to find out what the participle is pointing at. When you got this an ending, you have to find out where else in the verse it's pointing to. Well, what else is in the feminine? Well, here's a word in the feminine, nefesh. Okay? That means soul. All right? And you know it means soul, not life, or creature, or person, or appetite, because here's this word, yoda'at. When nefesh, yoda'at. Okay? Now, a creature isn't in view because it's the soul that knows. Yoda'at. All right? See, this is what the word is. See? Yada. Now, it's making a play on the first word in the sentence. Yada, to know. In the participle. And it's in the feminine singular. Now, why is it in the feminine singular? Because nefeshi, when nefeshi is in the singular. Feminine. See? The E part right here, that means my. Nefesh means my soul. And my soul knows it well. It's really what this says, actually. And my soul knows it well. Okay? Really, you know it well. My soul knows quite well would be even better. And my soul knows quite well, because he's talking about knowing God and knowing the truth. Because this word here, yada, means to know, all right. But the construction that he's got there is a play on the word da'at, which means truth. Okay? Yoda'at ma'od. Okay? Yoda'at, da'at means truth. But this is yoda'at, meaning knowing. Okay? So that's in the feminine. And so is nefeshi in the feminine. So that's why noraot is in the feminine plural. Because the awesomenesses, this is literally, you'd say, I am caused to praise you up because awesomenesses. And it's in the feminine, awesomenesses of the soul and awesomenesses of the knowledge of the truth. See, awesomenesses. The Hebrew is really fond of using plurals. Like what we see the word happiness in the Old Testament, it's usually happinesses. The literal Hebrew is in the plural. And that's what he's saying here. Awesomenesses, niraot, nefliti, neflaim maseka. Noraot, nefliti, neflaim maseka. See? Pam pam pam, pam pam pam, pam pam pam, pam pam pam. Alright? So here's our first word. I'm sorry, but this is just really important to understand what he's actually saying rather than the stupid translation. Noraot, awesomenesses. Let's translate it that way. So we'll start at the beginning. I am caused to praise you up above ground because awesomenesses, and it's awesomenesses of nefeshi and awesomenesses of yoda'at, because they're both feminine. So this awesomenesses is going with that feminine and that feminine. I mean, it's going with more than that, but you know, this is what it's pointing at. Okay? All right. Awesomenesses is how I'm going to translate this for now. Okay. Now we have our next word, which we've already looked at, nefliti. Nefliti means to be spotlighted. So we could say, awesomeness is spotlighted. Awesomeness is spotlighted. I'm trying to keep to the cadence. Okay? And then this is neflaim. Nefla. And you have to sort of stop because this little letter here tells you to put your tongue up against the back upper part of your roof of your mouth. And then that little dot below it is the E sound. So is this. This is the yod. Okay, so it's neflaim. Now neflaim means wonderful, marvelous.